Academic instructors often use student response system to help adapt their teaching to student needs and improve student engagement. However, existing systems are limited to a visual interface and demand active visual attention from instructors, introducing a delay between students using the system and when the instructor acknowledges that student. To address these issues, we developed Hapster, a novel system that enables instructors to receive aggregated student feedback in both visual and haptic formats, notifying the instructor of student input immediately by playing a haptic sequence on their Apple Watch.
The Hapster system has two components, a WatchOS app for the instructor and a web app for the students. On the Apple Watch, instructors initiate a session by generating a unique session ID. Students join that session via the web interface in the browser. Based on a survey of 26 university instructors, we implemented the three most requested student reactions: hand-raised, confused, and confident in understanding, each triggering a distinct vibration pattern on the Apple Watch. Instructors also have access to a visual log on the watch that displays all reactions sent during the session. There's a 20-second cooldown period for each reaction to prevent spam, and at any point, instructors can terminate the session.
We conducted 6 system trials in real university lectures, 2 for each type of instructional method: writing on a blackboard, projecting slides, and writing on a projected iPad. Before each trial, we taught the instructors the 3 distinct haptic patterns and tested their recognition accuracy. During each trial, we observed how instructors and students interacted with our system. Afterwards, we conducted interviews with the instructors and sent surveys to the students to quantify their experiences with the system. All instructors and students also completed the NASA TLX assessment to assess the cognitive load of our system.
Across all classes, the majority of students noticed that their instructors were more intentional about pausing the lecture to gauge the confidence and confusion levels of the class. Students also reported feeling more engaged and actively participating in lectures, although this could be attributed to the novelty of the system. Instructors reflected similar sentiments as their students. We identified 3 main common themes. First, instructors reported being more aware of the students' reactions, highlighting the shift from a traditional one-way communication to a bi-directional exchange. Second, instructors noted that receiving real-time feedback about the students' confidence and confusion levels allowed them to quickly tailor their lecture pace. Finally, instructors hypothesized that the system would be most effective for an instructor teaching a course for the first time, since they would be able to easily discern when to re-explain a concept versus when to move on. One of the instructors did not engage with the watch at all during the lecture during our system trials. The instructor explained later that if they looked at the watch or paid attention to the haptics, they would not have been able to concentrate on lecture content. From this study, we recognize that the effectiveness of haptics is at least in part dependent on the individual's sensitivity to sensory stimuli.
Overall, our system is an important breakthrough in understanding how presenter-audience interactions can be enhanced using haptic feedback. In future work, customizable reactions, more distinct haptic pattern design, and better spam prevention are in order. Please check out our paper or reach out if you have any questions. Thank you for watching.